Hey guys, it's Redox. It's your Teamfight Tactics coach here once again with you guys with another how to play Teamfight Tactics video. Now I'm going to talk about tips and common mistakes. I'm going to first choose my unit here. The unit you choose really isn't a big deal. I'm just going to grab that Fiora. I was going to grab the other unit there, but that's fine. But I want to talk about common mistakes and tips for you guys. And these are hopefully, this video is going to hopefully get you guys to be a better player. But the first common mistake that I'm going to point out is a lot of new players think there's a special one-trick build to winning every single game. It is true. There are certain tiers right now. There's a tier list. There's a certain class, certain origin, certain units such as Draven that are very, very strong. And if you build Dravens with Imperials, you're going to win a lot of games. But you can't come into the game and say to yourself, hey, I'm going to just go with this one build, and I'm always going to go for this one build, and I'm going to always try to get this build up so I can win 100% of the time. While in a fantasy world, that's going to work. In the real life, unfortunately, that does not work. So, for example, I'm getting no Dariuses, and Darius is how you, let's say, build an Imperial class build. And Darius is one of the most common units you get in the first couple rounds. But let's say I came into the game and I told myself, hey, I'm going to go for all Imperial units, and I got no Dariuses. Then I'm screwed. And then next 10 rounds, once again, RNG decides to screw me over and no Dariuses. I'm going to be out of the game pretty soon. That's all I'm going to be saying, because then you're going to be like, uh-oh, what build do I go for? So what you need to tell yourself is, hey, how am I going to build a nice team with the current units that I'm getting here? How am I going to build a team out of Fioras, Vaynes, Graves, Warwick, and Tristana? You have to build teams right on the spot. My next tip is, in the early game, if you see something like this with triple Cassidans, buy them all. Every unit counts in the early game. Okay? Every single unit counts in the early game. And 2-star units are incredibly good in the early game. Because right now, let's say I can only put 3 units on the board because I'm at level 3. A 2-star unit is going to be doing a lot of tanking. He has more health and he has a lot more damage. So if you see any like triple or 2 units sometimes in the store that just comes out here in the champion selection, just buy them, because even if you buy 2 of them, next turn you have a good chance you'll get a third of that unit, and you can get a 2-star unit immediately ASAP. And once again, guys, I can't emphasize how important 2-star units are, especially in the early game. So once again, I see double Garens. I'm a buy. I'm a buy that Darius as well, because I'm kind of going for Imperials. Actually, never mind. I thought I was going for Imperials. I was wrong on that. We're gonna go for, I guess, Lucian or Blade Master. We got some nobles up here, but Blade Master would be nice with my Fiora. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna put the Shen. The reason why I put Shen is because he's a ninja. Ninjas get 40% attack damage when there's only one of them. So Shen's already going to be doing a ton of damage here. My other tip is, when you get items, use them right away. That's something I didn't do. So that you get items from the creep rounds and from shared draft phases. Now I got the Needless Large Rod here. I got the BF Sword. And I got the Negatron Cloak. I didn't use it because I was talking. I was trying to give you guys tips. And I was trying to make all my decisions, buy units and all of that in 30 seconds. So that's why I ran out of time. But I should be giving my items. Wait, where is my Negatron Cloak? Guys, my Negatron Cloak just disappeared. I had a Negatron Cloak here, right? Was I seeing things? I swear I had a Negatron Cloak, right? Oh, no, no, the Giant Spell came with a Fiora. Oh, I gave it to my Vayne. Okay, yeah, I was like, it disappeared. I'm going to buy a 3rd Garen. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why you buy these champions right away. Also, I'm going to level myself up now because I have 4 out of 6 experience points, so I'm going to go from level 3 to 4. Whenever you can level yourself up, do it, please. That's another tip I have. Getting an extra unit on the board, especially on the early game, is going to help you out just so much, guys. I'm going to take out that Shen so I get the Noble bonus. Once again, there we go. I'm going to give the Bloodthirster to Vayne. The Large Rod to... No, not to Cassidon. The Large Rod gives you spell damage, but Cassidon has a passive ability. And why do I say passive ability? Because his ability is Cassidon's attacks steal mana from enemies whenever he attacks. Also, you know that they have a passive ability if they don't have a mana bar. You see Kassadin just as a health bar here in green, 990, but no mana, no blue bar underneath. So he has no mana. He doesn't really have AP spell damage. So I don't want to be giving this to spell damage, even though in League of Legends, he is a spell damaging character. So that's my other tip to you guys. There are two types of champions. There's active skill champions and passive skill champions. Anyone without this blue mana bar below the green health bar here is not an active skill champion. I'm going to buy another Garen here. And the large rod, we're going to just keep for now. Oh, I ran out of time. So I was trying to put all my units in the corner. Once again, ran out of time because I was just talking a lot. But yes, I'm going to go back to that again. There are two types of champions. Champions that use mana and active skills. For example, Fiora will activate her riposte just about now. She's about to hit 75 mana, and she did. So these active skills activate once that blue bar fills up to 100 or 75, whatever the cost is. So Garen's Spin to Win will activate just now at 100 mana. So his Judgment right now activates. And then that 100 mana goes back down to 0. So it resets every time. There's no cooldown in the game. The only cooldown is when their mana has to build up. So champions' manas build up when they're attacked and when they attack. If they stand still and do nothing, they get no mana. So mana points build from 0 to 100 every time they attack or when they get attacked. So far I have not lost a single round. I'm sitting at 100 health. Once again, I didn't come into the game with a build in mind. And I'm trying to level up as much as I can in the early game because every unit counts. Also, I'm trying to get as many 2-star units in the early game as possible because every unit counts. And that one extra two-star unit is going to make a difference between a victory and a defeat. Also, know which champions are meta as well. So I'm going to get that Darius because I believe I need a Darius here. I do have 2 Dariuses, I believe. So this is going to get me that 3rd Darius. But know the meta. So there are certain builds and certain classes that are going to be stronger than other classes. Never mind, I didn't have a Darius. I guess I sold my Darius. But we have a 3rd Garen here, so we're going to get... We already have a 2-star Garen. I was going to say we're going to get another 2-star Garen. But I'm going to level myself up here. 6 out of 10 experience points. You spend 4 gold for 4 experience points. So boom, there we go. We're level 5, so we can put 5 units on the board. We're going to put the Darius. So we get the Knight bonus now. And I'm going to talk about these bonuses here in a bit. I guess I'll buy the other Fiora. Oh, I should have bought the Fiora, so I got a 2-star Fiora. So I have 3 Fioras here. But I ran out of time once again because it's not because I'm playing poorly. It's because when you're trying to talk and play at the same time, sometimes I miss some steps. So I do apologize about that, but I should still win because I still have a very good synergy going on. But once again, if you look at the left-hand screen here, you see synergies right here. So I've got 3 different nobles and 2 different knights on the board. So I get the knight bonus, so every knights get 20 damage blocked. Nobles get 100 armor and 35 health per attack on 1 random ally every turn. So this is a buff, essentially. It's a very good buff. So know your meta, know the unit synergies here on the side. Try to build a synergy here, as you guys can see. Try to build a meta breaking strategy, such as strong. When I say meta breaking, I'm saying very strong synergies. I'm gonna buy the other Garen here. Get a 2-star Garen. And I'm tempted to take this Kassadin out because he doesn't really actually fit in with nobles or knights, right? So I'll put a Garen, put another Garen, and I'll give the large rod to... Well, I mean, I don't know if I should give it to Darius here. Let's see. He swings his axe, nearby enemies and healing damage off enemies hit. It is a spell damage because active skills are spell damage. So actually, I could give him the Luden's Echo, which I just did right now. So Luden's Echo spells deal 100 splash damage on hit. So he basically just does extra damage. Yeah, but anyways, going back to the game itself here, guys. I'm just gonna buy the ninjas. I might be able to get a couple more Kassadins here, maybe another ninja, so I can get a Shen at 2 stars. But I'm going to be talking about the synergies again. So going back to the synergies, build a strong meta breaking strong strategy. So for example, right now, some of the strongest classes are Nobles. Noble is one of the best classes in the game, and so is Imperial. Imperial and Noble. Actually, they're not called classes, they're called origins. I'm not going to level myself up here. I could. I couldn't, and normally I would. The reason why I'm not leveling myself up here is because I'm trying to sit at 20 gold and above right now. So I have 20 gold. Every 10 gold you earn and you save, you get an interest. So it's like getting extra money from storing your money in the bank. So I'm at 20 gold, so I get plus 2 gold. If I have 30 gold in the bank, I get plus 3 gold. If I have 40 gold in the bank, I'll get plus 4 gold, up to 50 gold. So once you have 50 gold, you get the maximum interest possible, and the maximum interest is plus 5 gold. And so ideally, if you can get some interest going on, ideally you want to build up the interest once you're starting to win, or if you're going for a loose streak strategy, which is actually a viable strategy, you can actually not buy any units at all and then just get all that extra gold every turn, right? But let's say you have more than 50 gold, then just spend it and then just stop at 50 gold. So you get the maximum interest of 5 gold. So that's the reason why I didn't spend more than 20. I didn't want to go below 20 gold for my total income here. Okay, so I'm gonna level myself up now. So I'm okay with going below 20 gold at this point. I'll put a Shen as well. So now I get the ninja bonus back. I need one more Blade Master for the Blade Master bonus. I think I'm gonna buy the Mordekaiser as well. He's a knight. I may go for tons of knights here. So that's why I bought him. But yeah, I went below 20 gold, so now I'm just going to be getting 1 interest gold next round because I have just 10 gold, 15 gold. So that's how interest works, and interest is an important concept in the game. Once again, if you're winning a lot and you don't need to be spending extra gold, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's better to just get interest. So let's talk about the refresh button here on the top. So you spend 2 golds and you refresh your champion pool here, and you get another champion pool. Ideally, you don't want to be refreshing a lot in the early to mid game. You want to mid game. Okay, from the mid game, I would say you could, but not like too early on. Definitely in the early game, do not ever touch this button. You see how I didn't touch the refresh button, period. I'm staying away from this button. Never touch this refresh button in the early game. Don't do it, because you're going to be spending a lot of gold, and it's all going to be RNG based. You don't know if you're going to get the right unit, first of all. And if you don't get the right units, you're going to be very upset. So just do yourself a favor and do not touch this refresh button until you have some type of income going on and you are at least in the mid game. In the late game, you're going to be refreshing a lot. But in the early game, good players do not touch this button. And once again, buy experience points. Use this button as at your discretion. In the early game, I would use this buy experience button to level myself up whenever you can. With every round, you also get 2 extra experience points. So it stacks, but if you spend 4 gold, you get 4 experience points, speeding you up to the next level. Now, this is the first round I actually ended up losing. I'm not really paying attention to the whole game right now, but I'm still doing very well for someone who's not paying attention to the game. But you can see that next round, I have 2 out of 30. Now I have 4 out of 30 experience points. So you get 2 experience points per round. So you can do the math and try to level yourself up here when you have enough gold. First of all, of course, that's important. And also when you can exactly hit something out of 30. Usually I do something like, I do the math that way. But anyways, I'm going to buy that Draven. I'm going to buy the other Braum. And now we have 2 Imperials. So I'm going to kick out the Shen. No, wait. Okay, no, yeah, we kicked out the Shen. But my Draven positioning is really bad right now. I just ran out of time there, but I'm going to just buy that Mordekaiser as well. Basically, I have the Imperial bonus now. I have 2 Imperial units, Darius and Draven. 1 random Imperial gets double the damage. And unfortunately, my Draven was in an awful position there. But my Darius is just doing... I think he's the one who got the Imperial bonus here. He's doing double damage. I saw his Q, swung like crazy, and he healed like crazy. But it's I'm very unlucky right now because I haven't got a single other Darius. I've only gotten 1 Darius, I believe. I might have gotten 1 more Darius early on in the game, but I can't exactly remember at this point. But Darius is a common unit to get, so it's very unfortunate that I still haven't gotten another Darius, because ideally he should be at 2 stars by now. So once again, we're at the shared draft pool, and the champions with the lowest, or the players with the lowest health here on this tier list will choose first. I'm at the first, so I'll be choosing last. And once again, try to get units with the spatula if you have the choice to do so. You can't always go for units with spatula, and I'm talking about the item here with Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai has a spatula. You see that golden thing where my mouse is at? if you have 2 spatulas, you can combine it into a Force of Nature. And a Force of Nature is a great item. I think it's probably one of the best items in the game. I want to say the Force of Nature is the best item in the game. The reason why is because the spatula right here, the gold thing on top of Rek'Sai, if you have 2 of those, they build into a Force of Nature, and it gives you an extra champion spot on the map. So if I have, let's say, 7 units. Wait, no, I have 6 units on the map. Okay, I'm going to sell the Rek'Sai, get the spatula first. And we got another Ash. We got an Ash. That's beautiful. But I have to kick someone out. I'm going to sell my Cassidans because we're not going for Voids anymore. I'm going to get the Ash. Get the Fiora. And I'll put Draven on the back like that. I'll keep my Rangers at the back. Once again, positioning is very important. Try to keep your Rangers like Draven and Vayne in the back. And keep your tanks in the front like Darius and Garen. Garen and Darius, they're both tanks. But anyways, going back to the spatula right here, guys. If you have 2 spatulas built into Force of Nature, gives you an extra champion spot on the board here. So right now I'm at level 6. I can put 6 units on the board. I have the 2 spatulas, put them together, get the Force of Nature. Then I can put 7 units on the board. You get the idea. And by having that extra unit, you have such a big advantage. And that's why when I see spatulas, it's like almost an insta pick for me. But you should never, you should never just pick based on the item. I only pick based on the item if I really want to get that item, or if I have the freedom to do so. In this case, I have the freedom because I'm winning so much, and I have double Guardians now. So I'll take out 1 Garen. Okay, I lost the Noble bonus, but I put... Wait, hold on a sec. Oh! I didn't have to kick out Fiora. So what I did was I just spammed the level button right there. I had 2 seconds to make a decision. I noticed that I was running out of time. But what I was trying to do was put Leona on the map, so I leveled myself up like crazy. And then I put Leona, but they put Mordekaiser because I kicked out Fiora by accident. I thought I could only put 6 units. So I unfortunately kicked out my Fiora, and that was a mistake. But yeah, guys, anyways, we're doing really good right now. But anyways, going back to synergies, try to get these synergies up here, guys. So what I'm going to do is try to get the Guardian synergy up now, which is Leona and Braum, which I already have here. So adjacent allies receive plus 40 gold. This is the one round I also want to give you guys advice on. This is called the Greater Merkwolves stage. Now, in the Greater Merkwolves stage, what you want to do is you want to put your Rangers in the back, and you want to put your tanks in the front. So that's what I'm trying to do here. There we go. So what I did was I put the Rangers in the front and I put my tanks in the back. Hopefully that's what I said, guys. But the reason why I did this is because Greater Merkwolves are assassins. Assassins always jump to the back line. And it's not just the wolves, but we're also talking about assassin units in general. So we're talking about Zed, Akali. Those units will always jump to the back. So they'll try to kill the units in the back, which means if your Rangers most likely are going to be at the back, then they're all going to die. So that's why in the Greater Merkwolf stage, I put all my Rangers in the back, and all my tanks in the front. So once again, we're going to try to put all our units around Leona and Braum here. And we're going to take out that Mordekaiser. I want to sell the Mordekaisers, actually. I better use my items. Recurve Bow, Negatron Cloak, Giant's Health Belt, Zephyr. Okay, I built a Zephyr on my Garen. Try to combo 2 items together. That's my other tip. If you combo 2 items, you get another item. So you see that Warwick flying in the air up there? He was out of the battlefield for 5 seconds because my Garen had a Zephyr. And that's what Zephyr does. Zephyr banishes a random opponent's champion for 5 seconds. It's pretty darn strong. I think it's a great item. It builds from Negatron Cloak and the Giant's Health Belt. So yeah, there's a lot of things you guys need to know in this game. Clearly, because I'm talking a lot here and it's just nonstop. There's so many tips I can give you guys. And what we're gonna do is go for, in this case, we could go for a Glacial build as well, and Sejuani's and Volibears. Yeah, we're gonna go for some Glacials, I guess, as well. I don't really want to put my Glacials in the map at the moment. So we're not going to do it. We're not going to put any of the glacials, and we're talking... Well, I mean, we have Braum. Braum is a glacial. I was thinking about putting Sejuani, but I want to keep my Imperial bonus for now, but we may end up losing this round. I may have to switch up my build a little bit. And losing this round is not a big deal, because this is the second round I've lost so far in the game. I've only lost one round so far. This is the second round, which is not a big deal. So I'm going to try to put some glacials on the board. So you don't have to change up your build or your positioning until you start like losing, you know? Just try to level your units up as much as you can. I'm going to level myself up so I can put an extra unit on the board. And we're going to sell somebody here. No, we're going to put the Sejuani. Never mind, that's what I was going to say. Okay, let's do that. There we go. Now we can put an extra unit on the board. I have a huge unit advantage. If the other guy doesn't have 8 units, then I do have a big advantage. And now I also have the glacial bonus with Braum and Sejuani. 25% chance to stun from their attacks. If I get one more Knight class, I can also get... Oh, that's another Darius. I need a Darius badly. I need to buy him. But yes, if I get another Knight class unit, different type of Knight class unit, then I'll get another bonus going on here. Let's buy that Bully Bear. I sold a Fiora. I really didn't want to sell that Fiora because I was close to getting another 2-star Fiora there. But yeah. Alright, in this stage, we're going to go for... I could go for a Kale, switch into a full Noble build, or I could go for a Leona, or an Ashe. I'm just going to have to wait. I'm going to pick last because I'm winning. That's always what happens. When you're winning, you always pick last. But basically, I am going for a meta build, which is Glacial, and Imperial, or you can go Nobles and Imperial. You can go Nobles and Glacial. Honestly, if you use the top 3 classes, top 3 origins here, in some type of combo, I grabbed the Kale. You're probably going to win most games. So that's the earlier tip I was giving you guys. Try to go for a meta build if you want to win. If you want to have fun, don't go for meta builds because it's not fun. This build is pretty boring to me, to be honest, guys. I try not to go for these builds. Okay. I got to sell somebody. Sell that Braum because I get a 2-star Draven. And I have a Kale on the map right now. So I have 4 Knights. Kale is a Knight and a Noble. And her ability is she shields the weakest ally with her shield, making them invincible for a period of time. It's a very good ability. But I have 4 Knights now, so all my Knights get 40 damage blocked. And a powerful 2-star Draven. So we got a crazy team going on. Plus we got some Glacial freezing as well. This guy's a 3-star. He's got a Glacial build himself. 3-star Garen. And look at that big Draven getting shielded up there by KO. But I think we're going to end up losing here. Yeah, that was unfortunate. So I've got to switch something up in my build. I got to drop Imperials or Nobles. I've got to drop one of them, I would say, to make this build better. So let's do that. Let's get... I still have a 1-star Darius. Can you guys believe that? That's crazy. Maybe I'll drop the Imperials. I'm really low on gold. Oh, that's a Swain. If I drop the Darius, then I lose the Knight bonus. I wanted to put the Swain. Swain is actually better. We got a 3rd Leona. Okay, I should have bought the Leona. But I just didn't think fast enough. So I could have got a 2-star Leona right there. So that was a mistake. But it's hard to know which units to sell sometimes. But that's another tip I guess I'll talk about now, guys. So when your bench is full, which is going to happen very rapidly throughout the game, you need to know which units to sell. Try to sell units that you really don't need the most. Or if you have a unit that's never going to get 3 stars, for example, just sell that unit. Let's say, for example, I sold the Fioras because my Fiora, I have a 2-star Fiora here and I had 2 1-star Fioras. And I was most likely not going to get another Fiora up, and I didn't want to put a Fiora on the board anyways. And getting to a 3-star Fiora is going to be very challenging, and wouldn't be happening soon. So that's why I just sold the one-star Fioras, because I don't really need them. And I'm very low on gold right now. So, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna wait. I can't do much here at this point. I really would like to put this Swain up, but the Swain is not going to be up on the map yet. I need to think about, like, I want to remove the Darius. Because the Darius, I'm getting very unlucky. I'm not getting a third Darius for a 2-star Darius. This has to be one of my most unluckiest Darius games here. I guess I'm going to refresh. Get the Katarina. So we have 4 Imperials now, right? Get another Sejuani. I should kick someone out. I could put four Imperials on the map. Now they'll be really strong. Okay, let's try this. This is the Imperial Glacial Guardian build. So I have all 4 Imperials on the map. Every single Imperial unit does double the damage. And this build is super strong. It's an incredibly strong build. And this is the build where Draven just starts killing stuff. And you can go for like 4 Dravens if you have the chance or something like that. Look at that, see? No one stood a chance against a Draven. It's just the overpowered build. Draven himself is meta, guys. Him himself is meta. I'm so low on gold. Like I'm so tempted to refresh, but I just don't want to. I'm tempted to sell my Kale too. But or maybe even my Garen. I could go for nobles. I have to drop nobles or Imperials. I've got to choose one of them. Yeah, we'll do that here. We'll wait. I think it's a good idea for me to drop the Noble or the Imperial and keep the Glacial and the Guardian. So keep my Leonas, keep my Braum. They're already at 2 stars too. And plus their Guardian 40 armor bonus is really good. So, oof, this guy destroyed me. You got a Sorcerer team. Wow, this Garen is super strong. Guardian is Angel, Shojin, and he's a 3-star too. And a Bloodthirster. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. He had an insane build. Okay, I gotta drop something. You know what? Maybe we'll drop the... Man, I don't want to drop the Imperials, though. Okay, I'm gonna drop the Nobles. This is a very hard choice, but I have to. I just have to, guys. Gonna put another Draven. Let's put another. No, I can't kick anyone else out. Oh, I should have used my item. Oh yeah, let's use the Zephyr on Draven here. Oh, you know what? I should have used it on a Braum, I guess. The Zephyr is it's a health item. Would have been nice on Braum or Leona. But at least my Draven will survive longer. So that's good. But I should be using my other items too. But Draven's, man, it's coming back. Draven himself is the meta. Oof. But this Tristana, man, this Tristana is very strong with the Zephyr. Okay. I'm gonna grab that Mordekaiser. I just want the spatula now, so I can put an extra unit on the board. So the extra item's gonna help. Extra unit space is gonna help for me in the moment. So let's grab that spatula. Oh no, he grabbed it. That guy grabbed my spatula. I'm gonna get Kale. I'm gonna get Kale and I'm just gonna sell it. Could have got the Braum too, but I mean, I'm not gonna get a 3-star Braum anytime soon. To get a 3-star unit, guys, you need to have 3 2-star units. So I need 3 2-star Brahms to get that. Alright, we are going to sell the Kale. Get another Katarina. Reroll. It's another Leona. Not getting the Ashe, though. I really want another Ashe. Or another Sejuani. Let's give the red buff to Braum. Frozen Heart to Sejuani. And we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. I could buy the Leona and Braum, but this is not a good idea. So, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some more 2-star units up, like 2-star Darius. And once again, my Leona and Braum is already at 2 stars. Keep that in mind, guys. When you have a 2-star unit, you need to be careful about who you buy. Because right now buying Leona and Braum is it's not a very good idea. I don't have a lot of gold. Like, I have 30 gold now. I've started to rack up, but to get 6 more Leonas or 6 more Brahms to get a 3-star unit, that's not happening anytime soon, guys. Oh, we got another cat. Buy the cat to get a 2-star cat. Beautiful. And another Leona, another Volibear. So we finally got a 2-star Volibear. I just gave my Sejuani the Frozen Heart. Isn't that just great, huh? I'll put the Volibear instead of the Sejuani. Because I think the Volibear at 2 stars. I mean, Sejuani has a Frozen Heart, which is nice, but Volibear is pretty good as well. His ability to do the Lightning Storm thing. It does chain damage to all the units in the surrounding area. Oh, Lissandra is also Glacial. I might just end up swapping into a full Glacial build here. So we'll have to see, guys. We'll have to see. You gotta keep switching builds on the spot, guys. Another Volibear. Come on, can I get a Sejuani? Oh, we got a Sejuani. Perfect. Perfect. And we need one more Ash. Once I get one more Ash, I'm gonna put Volibear, Sejuani, and Ash on the board. Oof, but then I'm gonna lose the Imperial bonus, so I might not be able to do that actually. Because the Imperial bonus only works if you have 4 Imperial units on the board. I mean, you need to have 4 Imperial units on the board. It's a must, so. And currently I am back and sitting at number 1. This is Infernal Drake stage, Neutral Monsters. This is not an easy stage, but I have a very good team built up. So as long as you're playing the game right, Neutral Monsters are not too challenging at all. The most challenging rounds usually are players against other players. So Neutral Monsters are technically free rounds where you get items. I got a BF Sword. I think I'll give it to my Draven. Yeah, I think I'll give the BF Sword to Draven. I want to power this guy up. So he's already got a Zephyr and he's got a BF Sword, so. Got a 3rd Ash. Got a 3rd Darius. Finally. That didn't take forever, huh? It's too bad. Oh, I should sell the vein. You know what? I just realized I had a Bloodthirst Star on my vein the whole time. I'm gonna give it to Draven. A Recurve Bow, Sword of Divine. My Draven has a full 3-item build. Bloodthirster, Sword of Divine, and Zephyr. And we're gonna keep everyone this way. Yeah, we're not gonna remove the Imperials, because if I remove the Imperial, it's just not a good idea. I could remove the Little Draven, but Little Draven here also gets double the damage. And I'd rather have that right now. Maybe next turn I'll remove him for Ash or Volibear. That's also not a bad idea, but keep in mind, all my Imperial units, Draven, Katarina, Swain, and Darius are getting double the damage. And next round is pretty much over. It's the last round. There's only one more player in the game, Mindless God at 6 health. This is technically the last round. Get another Ash. I'll just use all my gold. Another Katarina. Another Katarina. Draven. Alright. Let's put somebody else here instead of Little Draven. Let's put the Volibear. Okay, let's do that. Boom. Oh, this guy's the hard guy. He's the guy with the Guardian Angel Garen, 3 stars. He's going for a Noble Sorcerer build. But I think my build's gonna be able to cut him through this time. Oh, that Karthus, man. Oof. Never mind. Oh, look at my single Draven, man. Cleaving them like no tomorrow. Healing with the Bloodthirster. Oh my god. He loses. Guys, it's the League of Draven. It's the League of Draven, y'all. There's nothing that beats Draven right now. And you give him a Bloodthirster, it's game over. clearly we can see Draven is, I think, definitely the strongest champion in the game, or at least one of the strongest champions in the game. This guy also had 11 units on the board. He had one more units than me. No, never mind. He had 9 units with Kale right here. He also had a 3-star unit, which I did not. And his Garen was souped up with a GA as well, with a Guardian Angel. So, but Draven killed everybody there. That was crazy. So know your Benna. Go for, if you want to, let's say this was a ranked game, I would just go for Imperials and Draven like every single game. Or I'd try. But you still can't go into a game with a set of build and think that that's going to work all the way through. So you can't go into the game thinking, okay, I'm just going to go for Imperials, because maybe your RNG is going to be so bad that you don't get Dravens, you don't get Darius's, and you don't get Swains, right? Because you need to have all 4 of them on the map for this bonus to work. So if I didn't get Swain, then this build wouldn't have been so good. You need to, the Imperial build only works when you have all 4 of them on the map. So yeah, don't go into a game with like a set build. Just go into a game and look at the first couple units you get and try to build a unit synergy out of that. And as the game progresses, then you can switch your build up, swap it up, and do whatever you want. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video was supposed to be 10 to 30 tips. I think I gave you guys tons of tips here. I don't know how many tips I gave you, but at least 10 tips on how to get better as a player. So there you go, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you still haven't, comment, and rate as well. That's really going to help me out. And I'll see you guys next time on some more Teamfight Tactics videos.